The silent loneliness of a 60-year-old heart. A man doesn't age the way the world imagines. The wrinkles appear on his skin, but the real aging happens inside, quietly, slowly, without any dramatic sound. He is 60 now. People believe he has lived life fully. They assume he is wise, complete, emotionally content. But psychology says something very different. A man past 60 often carries the heaviest emotional hunger of his entire life. Not physical, not sexual, but deeply psychological. Because after 60, a man loses more than youth. He loses relevance, attention, validation, the feeling of being needed. For decades he was useful, protector, provider, problem solver. But now, society begins to treat him like a closed book. The painful paradox is this. Men do not fear aging. They fear becoming invisible. And this invisibility is not external only. It grows in his home, in his relationship, inside the woman he loves. The research in behavioral psychology is shocking. Men become emotionally starved not in their 20s, not in their 40s, but powerfully after 55, 60 plus. Because this is the age where roles change. Children grow up, careers slow down, responsibilities reduce, and suddenly the man who once carried the entire world on his shoulders begins to feel as if the world no longer needs him. His wife may still be present, but psychological presence? That becomes the rarest currency. This is why this video is important. Because we're not talking about romance, sex, compatibility. We're talking about the 3 deepest emotional needs that a man experiences after 60, needs so desperate that they can shape mental health, happiness, even lifespan. Yet most women, unintentionally, fail to provide them. Not because they are cruel, not because they don't love, but because they simply do not understand how a man's psychology transforms with age. Men don't communicate these needs directly. They hope women will notice. But 95% don't. Not because they don't care, but because society has trained them to believe that men, especially older men, don't need emotional support. He is expected to be strong, even when he is breaking. He is expected to be wise, even when he feels lost. He is expected to be satisfied, even when he feels forgotten. But inside that 60-year-old chest is a boy, with dreams, memories, wounds never talked about, desires never expressed, and an aching need to feel valued, desired, seen. Today we uncover these needs. Slowly, deeply, psychologically. Not to blame women, but to reveal the invisible layers of a man's heart. Because if a woman understands these 3 needs, she can build a love stronger than youth, stronger than time, stronger than age. Love after 60 is not less passionate. It's more demanding, more delicate, more desperately needed. Need number 1. He needs emotional recognition, not advice. When a man is young, he wants adventure, achievement, conquest. But after 60, something changes. The older male brain becomes reminiscent. He looks back more than he looks forward. Not because the future is small, but because the past is heavy. Psychological studies show that after 55, the male mind starts replaying life like a film, old wins, old failures, sacrifices no one remembers. He begins questioning, did I matter? Did I make anyone proud? Did I do enough? At this age, he doesn't want a woman to fix him. He wants her to recognize him. Recognition means I'll listen without correcting, appreciate without comparing, notice his efforts, even old ones, value the man he was and still is. But 95% of women unknowingly do the opposite. When he shares something, they offer solutions. When he expresses regret, they give advice. When he remembers something, they interrupt with practicality. She thinks she is helping, but psychologically, she is dismissing his emotional world. Because an older man doesn't speak to win an argument. He speaks to feel heard. He doesn't need direction. He needs validation. Not validation of ego, validation of existence. A woman never realizes how powerful she becomes when she says a simple sentence like, I'm proud of what you've done in life. You carried so much. I admire you. I see you. I value you. To a 60-year-old man, these aren't compliments. They are oxygen. Years of unspoken exhaustion melts. Regret softens. His heart feels understood, maybe for the first time in decades. Recognition is not flattery. It is emotional acknowledgement, the one thing men receive the least but need the most. Because when a woman recognizes him emotionally, he doesn't just feel loved. He feels alive again. Need number 2, desire, not duty. Most women love their husbands with duty. Care, cooking, routines, reminders. This is love in action, yes. But psychology says something shocking. Men do not crave to be taken care of. They crave to be wanted. Desire is not sexual only. It is energetic. A 60-year-old man wants to feel like he still matters as a man, not just as a husband, grandfather, patient, or family elder. He wants a woman to look at him with spark, not obligation. But here comes the silent tragedy. As a man ages, women often shift into functionality. Affection becomes schedules. Touch becomes occasional. Presence becomes domestic. And the man's masculine self slowly suffocates. This is not about romance or intimacy. It's about psychological validation of masculinity. A man at 60 still wants flirtation, gentle admiration, playful tone, small admiration of his masculinity. You look handsome today. I feel safe around you. You still have that charm. These words breathe life into him. Humans age, attraction doesn't. The male brain retains sexual identity and desire recognition till the last stages of life. Testosterone may drop, but emotional sexual identity does not. So the second desperate need is simple. He wants to feel desired, not tolerated. He wants to feel like he can still inspire affection, spark admiration. Not because he is insecure, but because being desirable affirms he still exists as a man, not just a memory. When a woman makes him feel like a man, not a duty, his heart regrows youth. Desire is the fountain of male vitality. When he feels desired at 60, he becomes 40 again inside. Need number 3, peaceful companionship, not control. A man after 60 does not want chaos. He has fought life, built a home, carried burdens for decades. He is tired of conflict, argument, domination, emotional turbulence. The older male mind seeks peace, not power. But most relationships in late age fall into a subconscious dynamic. Women demand more control as they age. Men crave more calmness, softness. Women want correction, men want connection. And this mismatch creates invisible emotional distance. Peace does not mean silence, it means emotional safety. The psychology behind this is clear. After 60, the amygdala, emotional center of the brain, grows more sensitive to stress. Arguments drain him deeper than they did at 30 or 40. He no longer argues to win. He withdraws to survive. He avoids conflict not because he is weak, but because he has fought enough battles. He needs companionship, softness, a sanctuary. He wants a partner who sits beside him quietly, holds his hand, breathes the same moment without needing to fix anything. Not domination, not correction, just presence. The deepest love for an older man is not loud, it is calm. A peaceful woman does not weaken him. She heals him. She becomes the place he rests. And a man who finds peace in a woman? He will choose her beyond time, beyond logic, beyond death. Peace is not lack of problems. It is the presence of gentle understanding. Women worry aging will reduce compatibility. Truth is, it actually increases potential for soul-level connection if peace exists. Young love burns hot. Old love burns deep. If a woman meets these needs, love after 60 becomes eternal. Now we tie all threads. A 60-year-old man doesn't want youth. He wants meaning. He doesn't want passion. He wants presence. He doesn't want control. He wants comfort. The 3 needs define everything. Need why it matters. Recognition because he fears becoming emotionally invisible. Desire because he still wants to feel like a man, not a memory. Peace because his soul is tired of conflict and longing for softness. If a woman understands these 3, she unlocks the deepest version of love a man can feel. Not infatuation, not romance, but devotional connection. Men do not fall out of love with age. They fall out of love when they stop being seen, desired, respected, and given peace. And when a woman gives these things, he will love her with a loyalty younger men cannot even imagine. Because the love of a 60-year-old man is not hormonal, it is spiritual. It is carved by time, shaped by experience, strengthened by pain, refined by loss, held by memory. A young man's love is a flame. An old man's love is a lighthouse. Flames rise fast and die fast, but a lighthouse survives storms. If you are a woman watching this, understand this. The man beside you is not old. He is overflowing with years nobody ever listened to. If you are a man, know this. Your heart still deserves love, desire, recognition, and peace. You are not past your prime. Your prime has only changed shape. Love after 60 is not the sunset of romance. It is the sunrise of deeper connection. A love where bodies may tire, but souls finally meet.